Hey everybody, it's Joseph Shepard, and welcome to a brand new show, Exposed After Dark.
Yeah.
This is a brand new show that I'm gonna bring to you weekly. We're gonna be chatting with some of your favorite queens, and we're gonna be getting a little bit personal because it's after dark. Now today, I have the absolute honor and privilege of chatting with somebody who was on Drag Race 2 times, and now they are a sexy motherfucking personal trainer up in New York. It is Milk.
Tonight's special guest, Milk. Tonight's special guest, Milk. Tonight's special guest, Milk.
Hi everyone. Hello, Joseph. Thank you for having me. Exposed After Dark. I am here. And what a here this is.
Isn't this so cool?
This is fabulous. I love.
I feel like I'm like living in like my dream now.
You're stepping up.
I'm stepping up.
Right. Baby, we're here.
Well, today I am wearing a painted jean jacket from Small Town Weirdo.
Oh.
And each show, it's going to be a little like reveal. It's a horror movie. And Milk chose this one to wear.
I did choose this one. And I love a little Hitchcock, baby.
Little Psycho.
Yes.
Sashay away. Yes.
Absolute classic, black and white. I grew up watching Hitchcock with my
Same.
family. Yeah.
Did you have like a favorite?
Rear Window?
Yes.
Yeah, that was spooky. Also, it's not Hitchcock, I don't believe, but there's a black and white film called Rebecca.
Cute.
Have you ever seen Rebecca?
No.
It's based on like this French book, and it's also very spooky, very thriller-like. Yeah, so check out Rebecca.
One of my best friends, her name is Rebecca, and she's a dear friend of mine. So, of course, I had to take her name as Rebecca as well.
Well, what are you wearing today?
I am wearing a jacket by Marco Monroe that I painted the skeleton on. I'm just honestly wearing just like random bits. When I was packing for this here DragCon weekend, I kind of just threw a bunch of stuff in a suitcase. And I was just like, once I get to LA, I'll style this out. And so, yeah, that's always fun. That's what I love about fashion. It's just like taking random bits and pieces and styling them together, because that's, I think, where it comes from. It's not just about wearing like designer.
Yeah.
It's just like how the clothes look and are put together and like bounce off of each other.
But is it fashion? It's fashion.
Your looks are always very intricate. Like there's a lot of thought process that I see in your looks. Like I always feel like there is a creative concept, a creative idea. I feel like you probably throw 90 million things at like the wall and you're like, yes. Like how does it work?
Right. I think I'm just a little bit more like zany with where, like when I'm throwing together a look. And I think I come from the New York City kind of club kid aesthetic, loving Party Monster, loving Suzanne Barsh, James St. James, that whole crew. Like when I throw on a look and present it, sometimes it's just like, huh? And like I love that.
Yeah.
Like I mean, at DragCons past, the things I've worn and my drag sisters being like, yeah, this makes sense for you. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's neither a compliment nor a diss, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, I can see this for you.
I need to ask you about something that you did at a drag con past.
Uh-oh.
Why were you the sun and you had the Facts of Life girls twirling around you?
Nice, you know the facts of life.
I do.
Good.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take the both, and there you have the facts of life, the facts of life.
Yeah, so DragCon 2022, I was coming into it wanting sunshine and rainbows. So one of the looks was this giant orb of sun with all of these feathers and intricate beading and this headpiece made by Jasmine Dash in New York City, an incredible designer and friend who I've been able to work with a ton. And that group of people came up to my booth, and there were so many of them, I was just like, y'all have to revolve around me. And they were all spinning at their own individual speed and kind of rotating at their own individual speed. So it did feel very cosmic in ways.
I was at a Barry's in West Hollywood, and you were at a Barry's in West Hollywood.
Were we at the same Barry's?
We were
in
at the
West
same
Hollywood?
Barry's.
Oh, no way.
And you had taken off your shirt.
Of course.
And you were like in the mirror, and I literally was like, is that Milk? And I was like, oh, damn, Milk's got a body. Milk's doing him good.
Moving my body and fitness, athletics, whatever we call it, like has always been a part of my life. I've always been in a constant state of movement with figure skating my entire life.
I'm better.
It wasn't until like I hung up my skates in a way and found drag that my mind was able to focus on something else. And like I kind of ignored skating for a long time, and I went to school for exercise science.
Really?
Yeah, so like anatomy and physiology, labs, practicals, like all of this sort of stuff was just is a part of me. I've always been into science. I've always been into kind of coaching people to show off their best parts and to strengthen their more weaker aspects. I mean, oftentimes a training session can be just them venting about the things that are happening in their life.
You're a therapist.
I mean, honestly, I am just like an unofficial therapist, but certified personal trainer.
1-800 get milk, doing your body good.
West Coast, best coast.
We're about to coast into a commercial break, but when we get back, Milk is going to spin the bottle to determine what segment is going to come up next. Are you ready?
Yes, I love bottles.
Milk, tonight's special guest. Milk, 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 milk.
I've sucked Mama Rue's toes. I watched a stripper put bronzer on her pussy with the same brush that she did it on her face. And then I have stolen money from another drag queen. Hi everyone, it's Hanaconda, and my truth is that I did watch a stripper apply bronzer to her vagine with the same makeup brush that she applied it to her face, and she did that, and she did that, and then she dipped again, and she did that. Dirty bitch, don't do that. Clean your brushes and stop being a sicko. Ugh.
And we are back. I'm here with Milk. We're chatting after dark. It's time that we let Milk spin the bottle that I spent lots of hours last night making, and it still looks like shit.
Oh no,
So-
you made this?
Yeah, isn't that sad?
Oh. That wasn't very. What's it gonna land on? Do I tell you?
Yeah.
It says back in the closet. Is
Oh
that the best one?
I will ask you 3 questions.
Okay.
You can only send one of them back in the closet and not answer it.
Oh, okay.
The other 2 you have to.
Okay, so I have to answer 2. I can say no to 1.
Yes.
Are you gonna tell me?
No, you get 1 at a time, so you have
Oh.
to choose then and there.
Okay.
You were often called arrogant on your season. Who is the most arrogant queen you have worked with?
Ooh.
Cheers. Cheers. I'm so glad you're here.
I don't think I was arrogant. Oh gosh, most arrogant queen I've worked with. If I relate arrogance to not valuing people's time,
Okay.
I would say members and sisters of the House of Edwards are never super considerate of other people's time. And with that, that's arrogance.
Back rolls.
Do you agree with the winner of All Stars 3?
Trixie won, right? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think I voted number 1 for her. We got to pick 2 lipsticks. The first lipstick you pick,
That's your
it's
choice.
2 points.
Okay.
And then the second lipstick is 1 point for the queen. So I picked Trixie. She's been a friend. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's just how it goes. She did well on the season. Like, she's really good at what she does. So I was like, okay, yeah, of course, Trixie. And then second lipstick was Kennedy, because I was like, she's also would be a fantastic winner. She's mega talented, like unreal. And so she was my second. So yeah, I really like who I picked.
Why did nobody but one person vote for Shangela?
It's a good question. I think Shangela is so good at television that she ignores the way that her being so good at television can make other people feel. And I think throughout the season, she was such a visual star, especially for an audience. But on set, we feel different things. Like on set, we're filming the actual thing and it's not edited, and it's just like we're actually minute to minute, like interacting with each other, having moments, not having moments. And so I think at the end, they each had an opportunity to like make us known that they want to win. And with Trixie and Kennedy, I remember, they just were talking to us like we're sisters. This would mean a lot. And it was just very real, very like simple, no like facade put up. And I think with the other two, with BB and Shangela, there was just a bit more of like a scripted.
Yeah, it didn't seem authentic.
Yeah, not super warm. More just like, well, look at how amazing I am. And it's like, well, yeah, you are, but like, that's not going to win me over. Yeah.
Would you ever dive back into your very small time on OnlyFans?
It's archival currently.
Oh, is it?
It's archival.
Okay.
Yeah. So videos, photos are still there, demonstrating a time of sexiness and hotness. Is it current? No. Can you still subscribe and have this plethora, this vault of imagery?
There were some sexy things. I remember that.
There are some sexy things. Not were, because I didn't take them off of it. Like I said, they're still there.
Even though you are not updating, do you still update on your own?
Like, I mean, I have my like alt Twitter that I'll sort of update with a sexy pic or vid here and there. Because I've become really into Twitter, and I don't know if that's good, but touch grass.
Well, we're going to touch grass when we get back, because Milk's going to spin the bottle one more time.
Oh, wow, one more time.
Tonight's special guest, milk.
And we are back. I'm here with Milk. We've been chatting. He spun the bottle, and he's about to do it again. Have you spun the bottle before, like in a slumber party, or like, what do you call them? Did you have I always got in trouble because I would say slumber party, and then people were like, that's for a girl.
Right. So growing up on the ice, I was often surrounded by a lot of girls. I was the only boy skating, really. And because I devoted so much time to skating, I didn't really have a lot of friends outside of that. And so these girls were like my friends. And so I did, as a boy, get to go over for sleepovers at girls' houses all the time. I had two older brothers who are straight, and they were just like, why? You know, it's that whole thing. It's just like, I didn't get to go over to girls' houses. And it's just like, well.
There's a reason.
Look at them.
Yeah.
But like in high school, in elementary school, I was like a very popular kid.
Okay.
Because like I grew up around the same kind of kids throughout my entire life. And so I got just the things, the person who I wasn't like sort of nitpicked or judged upon. Like everyone knew me as the figure skater. But once I got out of elementary school, I went to public school, and like I didn't share any of my life with like anybody in school ever again, honestly. because I was just worried that I would be ostracized for being this like new kid who's a figure skater. So in high school, I didn't actually have a lot of friends. I never went out. I never went to a party. So like Spin the Bottle, like
No,
never
it
played.
didn't happen.
So thank you for bringing this to my life.
You're very welcome.
Should I spin it?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, that was a better spin.
That was a much better spin.
It's weighted, so I was worried that I was gonna like throw it. Uh-oh. Okay, what's that say?
You're on Picks from the Past.
Picks from the past.
I have pictures of you from previous moments in your career. And I would like to know the story of them.
Okay.
What you were feeling in this moment.
That's fun.
What the vibe was.
Okay.
The Dairy Queens with somebody named Jinx Monsoon.
Yes, Miss Jinx Monsoon. Wow. Like, how did you access that picture?
Is
that still on there?
You still have the Dairy Queens account.
I see.
I went into a deep dive.
I see. Okay, so this was at Van Damme in New York City, one of Suzanne Barsh's parties with Kenny, both of them just like major figures in New York City nightlife. They had a party downtown called Van Damme, and I would often go with the Dairy Queens. This night, I believe we were like power executives. We were each in our sort of like chic business suits.
And for those who don't know, who are the Dairy Queens?
Who are the Dairy Queens? The Dairy Queens is my drag family. Yoo-Hoo is one of the members. Used to be my boyfriend, still now longtime friend, James Whiteside. And there was another member, Skimberly, who was a major star. She never got her opportunity to show off her stardom on national television. But she is still just as much of a star off screen. So this night, I was a big fan of Drag Race already. I was already thinking about auditioning for Drag Race. Got to meet Jinx, who had been one of my favorites on season 5, which had just aired. She was like in her crowned year. And she came to the party, and I'm usually not the type of person to go over to somebody and be like, I know who you are, and now I'm talking to you. Usually I'm a bit more standoffish, but she seemed cool, and my boyfriend of the time was there, and he was just like, we're going over to say hi to Jinx Monsoon. And she was super sweet. She loved our looks. She loved the energy we were giving off. And so then from there, began our friendship after all of these years.
Do you still talk to Jinx?
Yeah, she's in New York City a bit. If you hadn't known, on Broadway. So yeah, I've gotten to see her a handful of times.
I went and saw her in Little Shop a few months ago. And
Incredible. I mean, she's absolutely killing the game, and so happy for her. Then and she's finally able to be like, y'all, this is what I'm good at.
Yes.
And like, you're welcome.
So cool. Next one, we have this infamous picture.
Oh,
Ooh, your
wow.
look, your RuPaul look.
Yes.
You went male.
Night of 1,000 RuPauls.
And there was a lot of opinions, feedback, faces.
Yeah. The cracks on these faces.
When you put this together, did you think it was going to go over well?
I knew it was going to be a stunt for sure. But I mean, I also knew that a cast of Drag Race girls, when they give us the prompt, Night of 1,000 RuPauls, they're going to pull out the most eleganza of gowns and wigs and all of that. So I was like, I'm definitely doing something completely different. So I knew that Ru is very iconic figure out of drag in these suits. This is not a Klein Epstein
Parker, yeah.
Parker. It's a Marc Jacobs suit. I used to work for that brand, and so I brought it. And now, actually, funny story, Aquaria now owns that suit.
Really?
Yeah, I've always been.
How does it fit
I've
her?
never liked. It's actually quite small on me. Like, I was a skinny mini back in those days. I would not fit in it anymore. But I always have been very focused on not necessarily keeping everything that I've worn. Like I need to like get rid of shit or else I'm just a hoarder. So I'm always looking to kind of like give new home to my things, and she's always been one even before she was on Drag Race. She's always been somebody that I've been like, okay, come over to my place, see what I got. And just because I hate the idea of throwing out an item. Like, you can't throw out an item.
This is iconic.
Yes, it has
You had so many moments from it.
It has to go to a new home. The bald cap wasn't expertly applied, but fuck it. I don't know.
1-800 Big Milf, feeling your body good.
It was a moment of vulnerability in some ways, too. This idea that up until that point, I hadn't really ever found myself being as gorgeous of a queen as all of the rest of these girls. And so in ways I would use my antics to sort of take the place of like sort of diving into my true feelings. So on the stage, I think I even mentioned just like, oh, I couldn't be as pretty as these other girls in what they're wearing. So why not like stand out? Which is still very true, but now like when I want to be gorgeous, baby, no one can touch the doll.
Y'all want to get online and read? Bitch, you can't read the doll.
Well, let's talk about another doll that you happen to potentially touch, Miss Amanda Lepore.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was answering with my other pair of lips.
What was this like? I was watching all these videos and I was like, this is so fucking cool. This is dope.
Yeah. So I'm a personal trainer at a gym in Manhattan called Gym U. Amanda Lepore, great friends with Suzanne and David, and she's a member of the gym. And so we had our first session, and I got to absolutely train the blueprint. And she's such a great client. Very focused, very attentive. Puts in the work, like obviously puts in the work. Like she can't look like that without like doing a lot. And we have to take, I mean, if we're honest, she is getting in her years. And like this idea of like, we have to take care of like, not to call her an elder, but like our elders in ways, like the people that have paved the way for us, like in any way. Like, I mean, I happen to be a personal trainer, and so like I can help train, but like, I mean, elders within our community, like if they need a haircut and you happen to do hair, like give somebody a haircut, like use your skills that you have developed over your years in order to like have a hand in the queer community, but even like your neighborhood or something. Like just use your qualities that define you in order to like help each other out.
Yeah.
And like to be in her presence is just in ways overwhelming, but in other ways she's just a normal person.
What is something that you think a lot of people don't know about her?
I wasn't fully aware of how invested she is in like, obviously she is invested in the way that she looks. She's always presented herself as perfection. Yeah. And so seeing her in a gym space in her ballet flats, which not necessarily my preferred shoe choice for a gym, but just seeing how interested she was in learning how to do things well. It shouldn't come as a surprise because obviously she has kind of like, she's able to wrap her mind around like very minute little details.
I just love that she was so dolled up for this. Like she was ready to go.
Oh, baby.
She said
she was in like that forest green Henley, like all of the buttons undone, her beautiful breasts. This was right before she went to walk in the Balenciaga show. So we were getting her ready for her runway in Balenciaga.
Can you move your face at all?
I'm moving it right now.
Well, this was Picks from the Past.
Picks from the
Thank
past.
you for chatting about your past moments.
Thank you.
And as we are about to close out this episode, we have one more thing that we need to milk.
Okay, let's milk it out.
I'm asking every single girl that comes through to play a game of 2 lies and a truth.
Okay.
You will state
Okay.
3 statements, 2 of which are false and 1 is true.
Okay.
And we will reveal the answer in the next episode.
Wait, 2 truths, 1 lie. No.
2 lies, 1 truth.
2 lies, 1 truth. Is that really what it is?
That's the way I'm doing it.
2 lies. Okay.
It's normally 2 truths and a lie. And you're trying to figure out the lie.
I see. Wait, we're trying to figure out the truth. Damn. Okay. Shit.
Do you want to do it the regular way?
Can we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
We'll make an exception for you.
My cousin is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay.
Take that as you will. One time while performing on stage, I fell off the stage, hit my chin, busted it open, was bleeding everywhere, and Mick Jagger was right there in the audience.
Okay.
Third, I eat a pint of ice cream every night.
Okay. Well, Milk gave us 2 truths and a lie. So next episode, we are going to figure out which one was the lie. And Milk, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me on Exposed After Dark.
After Dark. My last question for you before we end this is, what is your favorite thing to do after dark?
Close my eyes and go to bed.
Ooh, that's a good feeling.
Yeah, I love and have always valued sleep and getting rest. And I have put that trumps everything to me, is getting rest. So you'll probably find me horizontal.
Well, I'm Joseph Shepard. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that like. Comment what answer you think Milk was lying about. Let us know your favorite parts of the episode. And Milk, where can everybody find you on the socials?
Y'all can follow me at Big and Milky on Instagram, and Twitter are normally where I'm hanging out the most. And be on the lookout for my new song, Dressing Room, coming out soon.
And what you do in the dressing room is up to you. Until next time, bye guys.
Bye.